The state of the Western church, and in particular, the church in the United States, is a cause for concern. There's a theologian and an author, his name is James Hunter. He says, Christianity in North America and the West, more generally, is a weak culture. Weak insofar as it is fragmented, as it is divided up in its core beliefs and organization, without a coherent collective identity and mission, and often divided within itself. Unquote. The present way of doing church in the West does not seem to be yielding optimal fruit. I need to repeat that statement. That's one reason we're having this meeting today. The present way we do church is not yielding the maximum fruit. The Triangle Tribune newspaper of Durham, North Carolina reports, many churches are not seeing new faces in the pews. According to a new study from Exponential conducted by Lifeway Research, that report continues, newspaper article continues, 6 in 10 Protestant churches, that is churches that are not Catholic, are plateaued, flat, or declining in attendance, according to the data that was released in March 6. That report continues, more than half saw fewer than 10 people become new Christians in the past 12 months. 4 out of 5 churches in the U.S. have either plateaued or are experiencing decline. According to another theologian, Angelo Logan, many churches are dying as they fail to grow and produce disciples. In today's world, experts predict that nearly 4,000 churches will close every year in America, and well over 3,500 people will leave churches every single day. There's a man called Christopher Raleigh. He says that North American church faces a crisis in the 21st century. He says the majority of evangelical churches find themselves in a state of plateau or decline. And listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. He said, and the effects of urbanization, globalization, secularization present unprecedented, and I love this, challenges, and I love this, opportunities for church leaders. And today we're going to be hearing the opportunity. Despite what is happening in the church, despite the statistics and all of what I just read, there are opportunities for the church. And we're going to be hearing something great today. Scott Borum, another author, he said the United States has been dubbed by sociology. Who are sociology? Are people that talk about relationship with one another. They consider America as one of the most individualized society. That means me, myself. Me, just me. Yeah. They consider America as the most individualized society in human history. And for many of us who came from the African background, we used to visiting one another. And you're from Liberia, yeah, you go visit unannounced. Yes. But Larry Crabb, as I end, Larry Crabb in his book, Becoming a True Spiritual Community, he offers a solution. And that's what Larry Crabb said. He's an American author. He says the greatest need in modern civilization is the development of communities. Come on, folks. He said true communities where the heart of God is home, where the humble and the wise learn to shepherd those on the path behind them, where trusting, he uses the word strugglers, or I would like to say trusting people, lock arms with others as together they journey on. Hence, ladies and gentlemen, it is time, that's my words coming in now, it's time to build a church, a community of people, and I'm going to quote him now. He said, it's time to build a church, a community of people who take refuge in God and encourage each other to never flee or run to another source of help. A community of folks who know the only way to live in this world, in this United States, and on this planet is to focus on the spiritual life, our life with God and with others. Therefore, we must spend time with spiritual friends to know them and be known by them, and to occasionally ask a seasoned saint to direct us spiritually, and we must learn to be spiritual friend and perhaps a spiritual director to a few others. While I was doing church history in school, church history classes, I observed that the body of Christ, the church is resilient. The church doesn't fall. The church doesn't fail. The church keeps moving forward no matter what's going on. Throughout the history, the church overcame every challenge it faced. For every season of our existence, God has raised stalwart Christians, strong, loyal Christians for the advancement of his agenda. Today, we have someone in our midst with some practical ideas that we can do, ideas that we can walk away from and implement starting tomorrow. Practical ideas that, in my opinion, can change the spiritual climate of this region. We listened to her in Maryland at the just ended conference done by Bishop Johnson. And when we returned to Philadelphia, we felt that there was a need for her to come to Philadelphia so that churches in this region will hear what God has given her. Amen. As was mentioned in the promotional video, this time will be a very powerful time. It's going to be dynamic. It's going to be ministry transforming. It's going to be ministry impacting. It will be paradigm shifting. We look forward to a wonderful time in his presence, and we thank you all for coming. God bless you.